The Kingdom Hearts series is not particularly known for doing a lot of crazy crossovers. And I mean outside of within its own universe. Like for example, how we have Disney worlds and we have Final Fantasy characters in some of our original worlds. We have characters like the Worlds with You characters in Dream Drop Distance and Traverse Town, and we don't know exactly where Verum Rex is going to end up leading us to, but we can probably expect more Final Fantasy / Worlds with You-esque style storytelling and just aesthetic. And I'm super excited for it, but what I mean is how you see a lot of these different franchises, Persona for example, Final Fantasy VII recently, getting all these crazy collaborations with some of these mobile games or some of these other crossover type series, like whether they get skins or a reference or whatnot. Kingdom Hearts has had a couple of references in video games in the past, quite a few actually, but in terms of putting Sora, Riku, the Kingdom Hearts characters in other games, like guest characters in fighting games for example, how other video game characters are getting Fortnite skins and stuff nowadays. Stuff like that doesn't really happen that often with Kingdom Hearts, I've noticed. At least not outside of Disney or Square Enix's own franchises. It's not a series that is very keen to collaborations as we've seen. And it's probably because the series itself is a collaboration. So doing a collaboration within a collaboration might be a little difficult, I'd imagine. But I'm sure it could happen if the stars aligned or something, or if the right thing just came about. But I feel like another reason for this is because they were working very, very hard with Kingdom Hearts 3 and getting people caught up with the Kingdom Hearts series in a modern sense. And phase 2, we're probably going to be seeing a lot more general promotion or general stuff like that with Kingdom Hearts, at least I would hope. But the main reason I'm bringing this up is because there's one crossover in particular that I would absolutely love to see. And I would have talked about this a while ago. I haven't mentioned it before on streams or people have asked me questions about it before, but since they opened up this discussion by doing one particular thing, if Sora was able to be in a game like Genshin Impact, which has become one of my favorite games as of late, I would go crazy. I would absolutely just go crazy. I would love it. I would love it. I think it'd be perfect. I genuinely do. Now, I was surprised that Genshin was a game that wasn't doing a lot of crossovers early on. The game got as big as it did, and mostly off of using its own original characters and world, and a lot of people got attached to it, me included. It's genuinely a beautiful game, and I haven't had a gaming experience like this in quite some time from a new IP. But with the recent update, they announced that Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be a guest character in the game, a guest 5-star that everyone will be able to get for the most part, because she'll be part of an event They'll be coming to PlayStation first, and then the update after will be available for PC. And stuff like this is so cool. I would love to see characters from other series get into Genshin now because of that. I still want them to prioritize their original characters. I actually really admire that about the game. Its original characters are so good, well thought out, and are a part of this world. So I don't want the game to get super duper flooded with a bunch of guest characters that just take you out of the immersion that the world brings. But if we were just only getting a few, a couple every couple of months or something, then I would love for Sora to be one of those characters. We already have the Sora for Smash thing going on super strong. Let's get that Sora for Genshin thing going, if possible. Sora for Genshin, I think, will just be so cool. Just any cage character from Genshin. It could be one, multiple. I don't know what element Sora would be exactly, but I feel like if they're going to go with one right off the bat, since it's generally the first piece of magic he usually gets in the cage series, I'd probably go with fire. So he'd probably be a pyro unit. I mean, he could very easily do one of everything, but I doubt they would do something like that. So I feel like if they were going to go with one element, he would probably just be a pyro sword character, and that would just be really cool. Really cool. He could probably have some mechanic where his magic levels up the more he uses it, or the more he hits his opponent or something. So it goes from from fire to Fyra, Fyraga, and then the big Fyraza spell. I don't know, and you could do that for like any of the elements they decide to like use them for. But I just want Kingdom Hearts to do more collaborations with other series. I have no real interest in having a lot of other series like as worlds in KH. Like I'm pretty content with Disney and Final Fantasy as like the main like spectrum that Kingdom Hearts goes to for its worlds or for its characters, or not even just Final Fantasy, just general Square Enix properties. But as far as going like way outside of Square and Disney, I don't care too much about having those as worlds in KH, but I do want Kingdom Hearts characters to go to like other worlds outside of their universe, like being in a collaboration with like Genshin, or doing a collaboration with maybe some other mobile games, or as like skins or something in Fortnite one day. I don't know, that would probably be really cursed, but I would like to see it. I mean, I think that would be cool. But this was just a ramble session because I had this thought like for a while, like, yo, Sora should definitely be in Genshin Impact. And when I saw Aloy being a collaboration character that they had, I was like, yo, this is actually kind of possible. But let me know what you guys think down below. I know not all of you play Genshin, so some of you are probably watching this video just like, huh, what is he talking about? But if you have not played Genshin, I would personally recommend it and tell you to check it out. A lot of people have gone into Genshin off of the live streams, and a lot of people have definitely enjoyed it, and I think you might as well. But it depends on what you're into, you know? But that will be all for today's video. If you enjoyed, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is that red subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.
Now she's a daydreamer. She's always thinking